And to end our cage session, one thing that we'll talk about is a drill that we like to do when we get to live BP that incorporates a little bit of everything. So in these rounds, we want to reward what we're looking for. So we talk about using the fat part of the field. We talk about using with whip and kind of good ball flight to where, our goal is to hit something from an infielder's waist to a line drive right over the outfielder's head in the big part of the field. And we're talking between the left fielder and right fielder. It does not have to be in dead center field, but somewhere between the left fielder and the right fielder. So the first thing we talked about is we want hard contact. We want to be strong at contact. We want to be on time. We want to be on plane, controlling that ball flight. We want to get a good pitch to hit. So we talked about vision. So as we get into our deal now, it's called a 3-2-1 round. So every hitter will start with 3 swings. Now, if they do that well, if they have hard contact with the result that we want, they'll stay at 3. So anytime they're going to barrel a ball, middle of the field, even if the ball flight might be a little bit off, they're going to stay at 3. Anytime that they're going to barrel a ball with perfect ball flight, which is kind of the top back part of the cage, so basically if they'll hit the back net without hitting the ground, without hitting the sides, and without hitting the roof, they're going to add a stroke. So if Tyler gets in here and his first swing, he hits a line drive back net, he would go up to 4 swings. His next one, he hits a chopper, hits it on the ground, not what we're looking for, he'd go back down to 3. If he steps in, hits a ball in the top of the cage, he'd go down to 2. Anytime he hits the back net, so he does that, he'd go up to 1. And they can stay anywhere from 12 to 15 swings. It gets a little counterproductive beyond that, but it's a great way to get you guys to compete. So we'll take you through a round right here. Again, we're thinking middle of the field, middle of the field. And so you can go top half to the middle. All right, so he'll start with 3 in this 3-2-1 drill. Good, still at 3. Good, still at 3, barrels the ball middle of the field. All right, got around a little bit, so he'll get down to 2. All right, we don't want a hooked ground ball. Good, line drive back net, he'd go right back up to 3. Good, take, that's good. If he swings at that pitch, wouldn't do him any good. All right, rolled over, back down to 2. All right, rolled over a little bit there, down to 1. Good, line drive, right center field on a pitch middle away, still at 1. All right, so I'd always end it with a positive. If you get to 0 now, I'd go, okay, let's go hit and run. He's gonna execute an execution for me. Good, all right, that way we end that with a positive. What you'll see is you guys will get really competitive with this round. You can do it with breaking balls, you can do it whatever. You can do the first round where they start at 3, second round put a little pressure on them. Hey, you start at 2, and then get them to go through that. But what they'll see is they take their cuts a little bit more seriously. You'll see a little bit of an elevated concentration. They'll lay off the hard pitches because they know they can't handle them. A blind day of BP, you see it a lot. Guys go through, they swing a lot of pitches they shouldn't. Well, now there's a real result. If you do that, you're only going to get three swings in a round. And you really start to see some of our best days in the cage when we implement this drill.